What in the devil's name is this?
Fast food is usually pretty simple, but once in a while, restaurants think too far outside the box, and the results don't work out so well. Here are the top 10 stupidest fast foods.
2 thumbs down.
Burger King Mac and Cheetos.
Where's my mac and cheese?
It was an easy enough idea. When it comes to combining snack food and fast food, it only makes sense that 2 great tastes would taste great together. But as this crossover combination found out, sometimes it's for the best that those 2 tastes go their separate ways. In June 2016, Burger King announced the release of Mac and Cheetos, with the King welcoming Chester Cheetah into his kingdom as they two teamed up for an exciting new fast food delight.
It's gonna be legend, wait for it, dairy.
Mac and Cheetos was a mac and cheese bite that was stuffed with tubular cheesy pasta and then fried, and they were shaped to resemble Cheetos Puffs and coated with an orange crunchy shell that was colored to resemble the dangerously cheesy look, taste, and texture of the Cheetos family of snacks. The side dish came in 2 cheese-based flavors mimicking the Cheetos taste, creamy cheddar and flamin' hot. And while the item was seemingly popular, it didn't exactly receive rave reviews. It seems customers were more curious than anything and weren't always keen on a second helping once they'd satisfied their interest. Several critics noted the unnaturally bright orange color of Mac and Cheetos to be off-putting, with reviews citing it as neon orange, radioactive orange, glowing orangish, and given a spray tan. Although throughout 2 limited releases at Burger King in 2016 and 2018, they seemed to draw enough attention through their shock value to stay on the market in other capacities. The popularity of Mac and Cheetos has seen them launched in select grocery stores as a frozen food product and at select locations of gas station chain Sheetz in Ohio and North Carolina. Whataburger Witch Doctor Drink.
You're gonna love Whataburger, Ben.
Oh, it's the best.
The popular Southern burger Whataburger chain was founded in Texas in 1950, where it still has a staggering 670 locations. But this particular soda sensation is a creation from one of their North Carolina expansion locations. Invented in Concord, North Carolina, and additionally sold in Kannapolis, North Carolina, the Witch Doctor is a wacky way to wet your whistle. The drink is even famous enough to have its own entry on Urban Dictionary since 2009. While several variations existed before they settled on the modern-day Witch Doctor, today's iteration winds up as a dark red mix of 6 to 8 different liquids: Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Sundrop, Cheerwine, lemon juice, cherry juice, Sierra Mist, and the important ingredient of pickle juice. It also includes pickle slices sitting on top and a lemon wedge garnish just to class it up a little. Reviews of the Witch Doctor have compared it to a non-alcoholic iced tea or a combination of sweet and tart, as if you topped cherry pie with a spoonful of coleslaw. If you're putting salad on your dessert, it's probably not a smart idea.
Maybe next time, Deshaun.
And this witch's brew might belong in the same category. Taco Bell Firecracker Burrito.
We went to Taco Bell. Eric, he started crying in Taco Bell.
Just 20 years after the salad fiasco, Taco Bell went in a totally different direction to wind up back on the stupidest fast foods list. Leaning completely into junk food territory, they decided that if trying a healthy salad didn't work, maybe they'd do the opposite and go straight to dessert. Candy, to be specific.
What?
A test run in 4 California locations in 2017 had the internet buzzing after Taco Bell introduced the Firecracker Burrito. The wrap came in cheesy or spicy flavors and contained standard burrito ingredients like rice, cheese, and beef. But the candy combination is where everyone got confused. The Firecracker Burrito's special fizzy ingredient? Pop Rocks. But not just any old classic Pop Rocks either. They were spicy Pop Rocks.
Spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Infused with cayenne peppers and sprinkled all over the burrito, the weird crackling combination left a tingle in customers' mouths and a tingle in their brains when they tried to wrap their heads around this awful idea. First time here? Then hit that subscribe button and never miss out.
Thank you. Next!
Dunkin's Glazed Donut Breakfast Sandwich.
Eat the donut.
Sounding more like something from the Midway at the State Fair, Dunkin' Donuts' Glazed Donut Breakfast Sandwich was one crazy way to tackle the most important meal of the day. Introduced across America in 2013, this sugar-blasted breakfast featured a fried egg and some bacon strips squished between two halves of a classic Dunkin' glazed donut. And if that wasn't enough of a sugar rush to start your day with, you could get the sandwich on any donut you wanted, from double chocolate to rainbow sprinkles.
Interesting. Weird.
They say America runs on Dunkin', but fans of a balanced breakfast should have run away from this wacky morning mashup. KFC Cheetos Chicken Sandwich.
Looks like Cheetos. Tastes like
3 years after Burger King and Cheetos went all orange everything with their macaroni and cheese bites, Chester Cheetah switched sides and formed an alliance with Colonel Sanders for a chicken crossover event of their own. An even more extreme take on the basic idea of putting Cheetos into hot food, this mashup was a cheesy spin on KFC's extra crispy chicken sandwich. Starting with a classic chicken fillet on a bun and KFC's usual mayo, the Cheetos factor was added on with a layer of Cheetos snacks that added to the crunch of the crispy chicken breast, and the whole thing got doused in a layer of Cheetos-flavored cheese sauce. Eerily similar to the visual issues faced by its Burger King counterpart, this Cheetos creation also had a neon orange fluorescent food feel, with one early reviewer noting the sauce was the same shade of orange that cartoons use for toxic waste.
That sounds bad.
It is bad.
But again, curious consumers were undeterred by the look and were all in on the taste. After being spot tested in limited runs at KFC locations in Virginia, Georgia, and North Carolina, the KFC Cheetos Chicken Sandwich was released nationwide on July 1st, 2019. The crispy, cheesy kernel concoction proved to be a runaway success, and several stores reported running out of the product within the first 2 weeks it was on the menu. When the limited time offer ended, loyal KFC customers started a petition on change.org to bring back the Cheetos Chicken Sandwich. But for now, it remains locked away in the vault of wacky fast food ideas. McDonald's McDLT.
Hey, Big Tasty, it's me, McDLT.
Released in 1984 as a spin-off to the BLT sandwich, the McDLT featured the lettuce and tomato that the Quarter Pounder was missing. But the addition of those two classic vegetables ended up getting the least attention in this release. The McDLT came with another new addition that literally set it and the actual sandwich apart: the packaging. The sandwich was separately contained in a double-wide, double-compartment styrofoam box that had one side for the meat ingredients half of the burger and one side for the newly added veggie half. The marketing slogan explained that the idea was to keep the hot parts hot and the cool parts cool.
What a wonderful idea.
When it was time to eat, the customer was to assemble the burger themselves by combining both halves. Not only did that turn out to be inconvenient, it also turned out to be extremely wasteful. Society was getting wise to the environmental impacts of polystyrene packaging and wasn't exactly happy that McDonald's was using twice as much of it just because they could. When ordered as a dine-in combo meal, the value pack box that also carried the supersized fries and large drink used extra cardboard in addition to the extra styrofoam. Maybe the L in McDLT stood for landfill, because this stupidly wasteful idea must have filled up a few of them. Tim Hortons Buffalo Sauce Latte.
Dude, shut up! That is awesome sauce!
The color orange is back again, seemingly cursed to be attached to the questionable marketing decisions of America's fast food giants. Released in 2017, Tim Hortons looked to add another fall favorite to the pumpkin spice craze.
Yeah, that's what you wish, Steve.
After all, pumpkins are orange, and so was the key ingredient in their experimental creation. And what ingredient would that be? Well, buffalo chicken wing sauce, of course. Known for the coffee and donuts, the Buffalo Sauce Latte was released exclusively at 2 Tim Hortons locations in Buffalo, New York, where the famously spicy wing sauce was first invented in 1964. In fact, the Canadian Tim Hortons coffee shop was also founded in 1964, and that's how the chain found its inspiration to combine the tastes of 2 northern neighbors. The drink didn't differ radically from your typical autumn latte, combining espresso and steamed milk with whipped cream topping for a perfect pumpkin season pick-me-up. However, the similarities ended there, as as the whipped topping was covered in what Tim Hortons only referred to as a powdered dusting of zesty buffalo seasoning that would probably spice up your life in a way a pumpkin-based spice never could. Unlike the autumn season, the limited-time release never returned, and buffalo sauces and seasoning went back to their chicken wing roots. KFC Double Down.
Chicken again? We have chicken every day. I'm tired of chicken.
It probably sounded like an April Fool's joke to anyone who heard the description for the first time, but the KFC Double Down sandwich was all too real when it was unleashed on the world on April Fool's Day of 2010. Exactly as the name implies, the meat-centric salty sensation doubled down on the amount of meat normally served in a chicken sandwich. This poultry powerhouse was promoted as being a sandwich with so much chicken there was no room for a bun. Yes, the sandwich actually had a deep-fried chicken breast replacing the bottom half of the bun, and a second deep-fried chicken breast replacing the top half of the bun. And the cheese and bacon that would usually be used as toppings, they went right in the middle of both pieces of meat as the filling. Curious consumers flocked to KFC to try the new creation, and the Double Down was a hit and immediately created some serious dough as the Colonel's new sensation. In the first 3 months the Double Down was on the menu, a staggering 10 million of them were sold throughout the United States, totaling $50 million worth of sales in the process.
Money, 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 money.
Despite drawing in big bucks, the Double Down was pulled from the KFC menu after 4 years and hasn't been seen in the USA since 2014. Although it has returned in limited capacities in Europe, Australia, and Canada, hungry American customers have patiently awaited its return to home soil. The legendary sandwich's absence is only adding to its reputation and to the demand of anyone who wants to double their delight of delicious chicken. Taco Bell's seafood salad.
All these pictures of seafood are making me hungry.
Whether from a street food vendor or a sit-down restaurant, fish tacos are never a stupid choice for dinner. But when Taco Bell got into the seafood game in 1986, they probably should have thrown this catch back. Swapping out turf for surf, Taco Bell brought in an alternative to their beef and chicken fare in the form of a seafood taco salad.
Do you like seafood? I know a good seafood place.
It was an effort to appeal to a more health-conscious crowd and to introduce a direct competitor to that famous fillet of fish served up at that burger place with the clown. The salad consisted of lettuce, black olives, and tomatoes in a taco shell bowl and featured shrimp, whitefish, and snow crab as its fantastic fishy ingredients. However, it seemed just too much of a departure from Taco Bell's late-night reputation and proved unpopular enough that the seafood salad swam back out to sea just a few months after it was introduced. McDonald's Hula Burger.
Would you like to have lunch? Are you a vegetarian?
While KFC had a sandwich that ditched everything except the meat, the pendulum has swung the other way, and nowadays plant-based meat alternatives are more popular than ever. From Beyond Meat burgers to Impossible Whoppers and meatless pepperoni, it's never been easier to find plant-based options at almost any fast food joint in the country. But while meatless mania takes over in 2022, that wasn't the case back in 1962. The man responsible for McDonald's becoming a global franchise success was Ray Kroc, and as his business expanded through the 1950s and 60s, so too did his ideas to conquer the less obvious food markets than the meat and potatoes crowd. One such creation was the Hawaiian Island-themed Hula Burger.
It's like a hula hoop, right?
Named after the traditional Hawaiian hula dance because his new sandwich featured pineapple. However, Ray's Polynesian-inspired plant product was underwhelming to customers on the mainland. The Hula Burger was a pineapple slice between 2 pieces of processed cheese sandwiched between a plain toasted bun. And that's it. Meanwhile, one of Ray's McDonald's franchisees was working on another beef alternative he called the fillet of fish. And on a head-to-head test day, the fillet outsold the hula by a count of 350 to 6. Luckily for Mr. Kroc, one of those sandwiches remains on the McDonald's menu to this day, while the other holds down this spot on the stupidest fast foods list.
I'm not surprised.
Order up more great videos. Just tap or click and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.